Hello, everybody.
And then, Mr. McClendon, you also have Metcalf?
She's green on your Tanya Green on your screen, but yes, Your Honor.
Very well. We're on the record in 2024 CR 88, State of Kansas versus Tanya Lynn Metcalf. Please announce appearances.
May it please the court, the state appears by Jill Gillette, County Attorney.
William McClendon. William McClendon for the defendant, Tanya Green, who appears via Zoom from a separate location.
So Tanya Lynn Metcalf is appearing as Tanya Green?
Yes, Your Honor. She recently got married.
Who did she marry?
Corin Green, Your Honor.
Aren't they supposed to be having no contact, Miss Gillette?
I believe they were married before this incident occurred,
I
Judge.
would doubt that. Miss Gillette?
They were recently married. Their marriage license, I think, is over in Wilson County because he's been in custody over there. But they are married now.
But don't they have a no contact?
I am not sure if there's actually a no contact.
Aren't they co-defendants?
Technically, I don't know if they are co-defendants. His case is separate from hers, and she called in during his chase in another county.
And they weren't in that vehicle together up in Shawnee County or
Wilson County, and no, she was here and he was there.
I still think there's some kind of no contact on them. Let me look at her bond. So you're saying they weren't together when either one of them picked up these charges, Miss Gillette?
They weren't in the same vehicle. They had talked on the phone. There's evidence that they talked on the phone and had called each other.
So that would make them witnesses in each other's cases?
He is listed as a witness in her case.
Do you have her bond in front of you? I see where it was posted, but I'm not finding a copy of her bond in the file. Oh, wait, here it is. I found it. April 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
When did you get married?
We got married March 31st.
All right, on March 14th, the bond was signed by Tanya Metcalf and Ronald Florio of the bonding company. The defendant will refrain from violating the laws. The defendant will not intimidate nor have contact with a witness or alleged victim, directly or indirectly. So she has violated her bond by having contact with him, and his bond probably says the same thing.
To be honest with you, Judge Webster, I did not know that I was not allowed to have contact with him because nobody told me that, not even the bond officer.
Well, Miss Metcalf, did you not read your appearance bond? It's right there in big, bold, black letters. Right above, not very far above where you signed it. The defendant will not intimidate nor have contact with a witness or alleged victim, directly or indirectly.
And to be honest with you, Judge Webster, I did not know he was a witness or anything because I had never been in trouble until now, and nobody explained that to me.
Your name is quite familiar to me for you to say you've never been in trouble.
I've never, this is the first time I've ever been in trouble.
And right there on page 2 of your charging document, witnesses, Deputy M. Lazar, Corian Green.
And I have not received any of that, Judge Webster, because I don't have anywhere to live right now. So I have not received any of that. And William did not tell me that either.
I'll leave it up to the state whether they want to enforce the bond or not. But bonds are not something you pick and choose which provision you follow. What did you want to do with her case, Mr. McClendon?
Your Honor, we would be waiving prelim pursuant to a plea deal.
You want to waive today?
Yes, Your Honor. And we could probably wrap this one up. We're going to be pleading to a misdemeanor if you'd like.
She's pleading to a misdemeanor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gillette, you're dismissing the felony interference with law enforcement?
We're amending count 1 to a misdemeanor. She's pleading to count 1 and count 2 as misdemeanors. We're just,
See if I get this right. So she's not waiving, you're just amending?
I'm amending count 1 to a misdemeanor for her plea and count 2 as charged and dismissing count 3.
Mr. Green was just in court this morning, Miss Gillette. Did you know that? On our misdemeanor docket, with the traffic docket. Okay,
In addition to all the felonies he has, and he has a misdemeanor here as well.
all right. So the state is moving to amend felony interference with the law enforcement officer to misdemeanor interference with the law enforcement officer. Is that class A?
I believe so.
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And your client's going to plead guilty or no contest to that, Mr. McClendon? Or McClendon?
We'll do no contest, Your Honor.
And how about count 2, the transmitting on a communication device false information to request emergency service?
No contest, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Metcalf, how do you plead to amended count 1, interference with the law enforcement officer?
No contest.
How do you plead to count 2, unlawful request for emergency services assistant?
No contest.
By no contest, you mean you're not going to admit the charges, but you're not going to deny them or take them to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone making you enter these pleas today by threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that there will be no trial, that you will be found guilty and unable to appeal your conviction if these pleas work the way they should?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Gillette, you have a factual basis to support these charges as they stand now?
Your Honor, on March 12th, 2024, Tanya Metcalf had called the Greenwood County 911 and hung up. 911 called back to see if it was a real 911 call or a misdial. She made a report that her car had been stolen as a 1998 Buick Park Avenue, green in color, and gave the tag number. And Deputy Mike Lazar was dispatched to take a report. She advised Deputy Lazar that the car had been taken and that it would be that she had her insurance and everything on it, and gave him the VIN number and the tag number. Upon calling dispatch, it was notified that her vehicle was actually in a pursuit with law enforcement in Lebec County, and the driver had fled on foot and was later taken into custody as Corian Green. Later on, it was advised that she and him had been on the phones and that they had talked during his pursuit while he was in the car driving it. And she admitted that she allowed him to drive the car and said that he had permission to have her car. And so she had called 911 and used emergency services, tying up the lines and asking for assistance, and interfered with law enforcement by reporting information that was false, intending that someone else had committed the crime when she knew that her boyfriend at the time, Mr. Green, was the driver of the vehicle.
Okay, so she lets her boyfriend use her car.
Yes.
He gets into some trouble in another county and calls her and says, "Hey, I'm being pursued," basically, by the cops. And between the two of them, they work up this plan where she'll call and report the car stolen to suggest somebody else is running from the cops.
Correct. He was taken into custody with a thermal drone and located after bailing from the car.
So their plan didn't quite work out. He still got caught.
Yes.
And she didn't know he was a witness in the case. Okay. And her part of it took place here in Greenwood County?
Yes. From her residence here in Greenwood County. She called the Greenwood County dispatch to report her car being stolen here in Greenwood County.
I will accept the defendant's no contest pleas to amended count 1 and count 2, finding her guilty, and I will dismiss count 3 as part of the plea agreement. Recommendations for sentencing, Ms. Gillette.
Your Honor, count 1 is a Class A non-person misdemeanor. Count 2 is also a Class A non-person misdemeanor. The state will recommend 12 months underlying sentence suspended for a 12-month supervised probation, court cost, probation fee, booking fee. I had not at this time recommended a fine. Standard conditions of probation. I don't believe there's any restitution requested on anything.
Mr. McClendon?
Your Honor, my only concern would be attorney's fees. I'd ask for a waiver of those due to Miss Green being unemployed.
And this started as a felony, so there'd also be the bids application fee.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Green, where do you work?
I am currently not working, Judge Webster,
Why not?
because I'm having some health concerns, with my health and with my pregnancy right now. And
You're pregnant.
Yeah, and I have lost my housing because my landlord sold our house out from underneath us. And so I became where I didn't have like housing as of the first of this month. And so I just got to a town where I can hopefully get some assistance, which is Emporia, and hopefully get into like housing or something and get back to working. Before all this happened, I was working as a CNA. So I'm hoping I can get back into that, just trying to get back up on my feet.
Are you living with Mr. Green?
As of right now, no, we are currently not, because he's trying to do treatment and stuff like that. So we are not living together because we don't have stable housing or anywhere we can live together right now. We are trying to find a house where we can be together and stuff, but it's getting back, both of us getting jobs and stuff again, and getting a house together. But the people we live with, we couldn't live together with them. They can only accept one or the other. So we just made separate ways for right now until we could get on our feet.
When's your baby due?
December 17th.
Are you getting prenatal care?
Yes.
Is he doing anything at all to help with you and the baby?
He is trying. He's looking for jobs too. He just got out of Wilson County. He was in there 3 months. So he's on ankle monitor and stuff and paying his fines. So
And he
we're
just
both
finished
trying.
serving a 30 days for Greenwood County too, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, he did. He did the 30 days in Wilson County for Greenwood, and then he was locked up total of 3 months, and he just got out on ankle monitor.
So I presume that you were pregnant when he went in, or
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not sure I'm calculating that math right, but
We got pregnant around the first 2 weeks of March.
about the time you got married, a little before. Well, so how far along does that make you?
I'm 13 weeks, almost 14 weeks now.
Because my intention was to make you serve 30 days in jail. On count 1 as amended, your sentence will be 12 months. On count 2, 12 months. I will run them concurrently. No fines, but you will have to pay $193 court costs, $45 booking fees, $60 supervision fees. You're not on probation for anything right now?
No, ma'am.
$100 you'll have to pay on the bids application fee, but I will waive the attorney fees. And you don't have any home right now?
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Do you have no home? Where are you sleeping?
I'm just bouncing between different friends' houses right now, to be honest with you. My therapist is trying to get me into any kind of housing she can. She's helping me with
You said your
everything.
therapist?
Yes.
Who's your therapist?
Ashley Ewing through Crosswinds.
Well, this time where are you located as we speak?
Right now, I am in Topeka because I came for an interview.
You're in Topeka right now?
Yeah, I came down for an interview for a CNA job.
And then you're going where after you leave there?
I'm supposed to go back to Emporia unless I get this job. And then if I can get this job, then there's a homeless shelter here.
Well, do you realize what you did was not a very smart thing to do?
To be honest with you, Judge Webster, I didn't understand what was going on or what was happening. Yes, I did speak to him, but it wasn't like everybody was saying like it was. I missed a call from him. I called him back. He told me he was going to his drug and alcohol meeting. I believed him. I did not know any of this, him being in the high-speed chase was going on.
According to the evidence that the prosecutor proffered, you cooked up a scheme to help throw the cops off of him.
To be honest with you, and like I was telling my lawyer, my car was stolen that morning, and I did not know the lady's name like I told the officer, and he asked if I could get the girl's name. I said yes. I got the girl's name.
All right,
after the
stop
fact.
right there. Stop right there, please. I want you to take a UA today. I want you in Greenwood County.
I don't have transportation at this moment. I
Whose
have to
car
wait.
are you sitting in?
I'm not sitting in a car. I'm sitting in a house right now, and I have to wait for somebody to come take me back.
Who's going to come get you?
It just depends who I can call to find a ride back.
Why didn't this husband come and get you?
Because we do not have a vehicle, and he does not have a driver's license to be driving to get in trouble anymore.
I'm going to order that you have a UA within 24 hours and a hair follicle test as a condition of your probation. And I'm going to order that you serve 30 days in jail. When do you want to check into jail?
Is it possible not to go to jail, Judge Webster, just because of my medical issues and stuff, and I am in therapy?
Well, they can do therapy in the jail. What kind, other than routine pregnant issues, what kind of medical do you have? Other medical besides that?
Yes, ma'am. And I go to therapy, and I do have I see my med doctor and everything. Like, I'm doing it all. Like, I got all back into it when I got out of jail, and I am trying. Like, I did my interview today, and I know I can get the job, but I would have to, if I get the job, she told me she would call by 5 today, then I would have to start on Monday.
We're going to review your case Tuesday afternoon. Do we have a 3:30 docket Tuesday?
Yes, we do, Judge.
I'm going to review this. You have to be at the courthouse Tuesday, at the courthouse in Greenwood County, Eureka, Tuesday at 3:30. And you should be able, can you get a hair follicle up there in Topeka and a UA?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't know
right,
where I would go.
Will you get down here and get that done this weekend? I want to see the results of that too.
Okay.
You'll need contact with probation officers too.
Contact the probation officer today. Well, actually, Missy, you said they're not there today?
No, they're not.
Contact them Monday.
Okay. Now
Mhm.
my shift, Judge Webster, if I do get this position, my shift is from 6 to 6.
Well, you better tell them that you've got an appointment you can't get out of.
Okay.
You have to be here Tuesday at 3:30 at the courthouse. And I want to see some UA and hair follicle results at that time.
Okay. Just with no transportation, Judge Webster, I don't know if anybody will help me because I don't have the means to pay for gas to go back and forth all the time.
Well, just stay in Eureka then.
I don't have anywhere to stay.
Well, we're going to take this back up Tuesday, and that's when I'm going to finish your sentence at that time.
Okay. Where can I go? Do you know where I can go to do the UA or hair follicle? Because I only know of the corner house in Emporia that does UAs.
All right, if you can go there, that'd be fine.
Okay, and I don't know where to get a hair follicle test.
They don't do those there.
I don't know. I can call to find out, but I
If they
do know
don't,
the
you
UA.
can get one in there at El Dorado at HR. What is that? What they call that? What do they call that, Miss Gillette? HR or something, isn't it? Or assured.
Okay, I will try to get there. I just don't know if I can get transportation.
Okay.
But I know I can get those UAs because even if I can find a place down here.
All right. I'm going to let you go now at this time. We'll be in recess.
William, can you break me out so I can talk to you?
Let me take up this last case.
Okay, can you just call me when you're done, please?
Yeah.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.